DPR and DGS decided jointly to move their location of storage and fleet vehicles from 13th Street Northwest to our neighborhood. And the reason that they stated in the lease was that that area is commercially desirable, which is true. There's a lot of new homes developing in that area, new restaurants. But that being said, that doesn't mean that our neighborhood is then a dumping ground. I think they chose here because they thought that they could get away with it. They would never have thought to do this in a Northwest residential neighborhood or frankly anywhere else. This has been, a dumping ground in many ways for various DC agencies, and they figured that they could get away with it. So this is the proposed facility location, and as you'll see, it's literally just steps next to a person's house. These are all warehouses here. Now, it's true. Yes, these are warehouses. These are areas that are considered industrial. That being said, these are throughout the city. Industrial warehouses, for example, are spread out throughout Southwest, the waterfront area near the ballpark. Yet they chose to develop those warehouses into condos. Why couldn't we get the same thing here? I feel angry and disrespected. I feel that, again, we are being treated differently than other citizens in this area. We're taxpayers just like everybody else. It's a very quiet neighborhood. Everybody has, a nice yard that they take care of, people that are very friendly. We knew that there was industrial purposes throughout, sprinkled throughout the neighborhood. But again, that's no different than nearly every other area in DC. The question is, why are certain areas getting those warehouses developed into nice condos, restaurants, places, things that bring positive things to a neighborhood, whereas here we're getting a fleet of vehicles that brings noise, congestion, and pollution to our neighborhood? Well, they've talked about a community engagement, but yet again, they've been silent as to what exactly that would look like. And they also have failed to make any promises about specific items that would perhaps remediate the issue that we're having.
So there's typically a process that gets the community involved. I think Ms. Stanley just articulated that didn't happen, and it should have happened. And I know there are a lot of people in this room who are not happy that it didn't happen. We all know Ms. Stanley, we know Mr. Stokes, and we worked with these folks in the past, but this should have played out a lot differently than it played out.
Especially when you're supposed to notify the commission. So what is the remedy? And you don't have to give that to us now?
If the facility is already coming here, is there something that you would want the city to do?
Well, okay, the bottom line is I don't want it there. But if this facility has to be here, they have to make very specific accommodations to our neighborhood, including a very tall fence so that we don't feel the effects of it, particularly the neighbors that are directly next to this. There needs to be some strong fencing. There needs to be greenery. There needs to be some sort of noise cancellation ability as well. But more importantly, the traffic issue. They need to figure out a way to regulate the traffic so that they're not coming up all and down these streets and perhaps just using this street here as an entrance point, which would make sense. Well, the next steps for us is we have another community meeting coming up. There's no date yet for that, but it'll be in the next couple of weeks. We are also in just discussion with Councilman McDuffie's office about how his office can specifically help us put pressure on these agencies to do right by the community. And lastly, like I said, we're planning to file a lawsuit and seek justice under the law. It's clear that they didn't follow the proper procedure in notifying the ANC or the community before finalizing this lease. And as has happened in other neighborhoods, when this happens, you can seek justice under the law and get relief, and that's what we hope to do.